Welcome to the Deep Dive.
Great to be diving in again.
Today we're exploring interconnectedness. It's this profound idea, really, that shapes how we see ourselves, the world, even the universe.
It touches on so many fields. We've got insights from Buddhist philosophy.
Dependent origination, Ikeda Sensei's views.
And wisdom from figures like Marcus Aurelius, Thich Nhat Hanh.
We're also looking at discussions about fostering connection, some core concepts, Diego Lujan's thoughts, even a scientific take from a YouTube video.
Our goal here is to really get under the surface.
To move beyond just saying we're all connected to truly appreciating what that means in practice for you.
Let's start perhaps with that core Buddhist idea, dependent origination.
The idea that nothing exists in isolation.
Precisely. Because this exists, that exists. It's fundamental. To understand anything, you have to see its connections, its place in the wider network.
It's not just one cause leading to one effect.
No, it's a whole web of conditions.
And Ikeda Sensei builds on this. He talks about the universe as a semantic whole.
Yes, imagine a living, interdependent cosmos. Every life form, absolutely everything, contributes to this universal harmony.
A symbiotic relationship.
Exactly. Our lives aren't separate. They're deeply woven into all other life.
This idea really challenges our usual perception, doesn't it? That feeling of being separate individuals.
It certainly does. It suggests that feeling might be an illusion. We found biologist Lewis Thomas mentioned.
Picturing the entire planet as one giant symbiotic cell. That's a powerful image.
It turns our everyday sense of isolation on its head.
And the science from that YouTube video we looked at adds another layer.
The constant cycling of matter.
Yes. That within about a year, nearly all the atoms in your body get replaced.
Replaced by atoms that were once, well, anywhere.
A flower in Madagascar, maybe, or a shopkeeper in India.
An iguana in Mexico, seaweed in Fiji. It's astonishing.
This constant interbecoming, as the video called it.
And of course, the elements themselves. You come from the stars.
Forged in stellar reactions, making up everything, including us.
And this connection isn't just external, it's internal, too. Our own bodies.
We're not solitary beings.
Far from it. We're communities. Trillions of non-human organisms in our microbiome.
Outnumbering our own cells, apparently.
And they're absolutely essential for our survival. It redefines what us even means.
It really does. And philosophers and spiritual teachers have been saying similar things for centuries.
That quote is very resonant. Humankind has not woven the web of life. We are but one thread.
Whatever we do to the web, we do to ourselves. A stark reminder.
Nadim Aslam's image is vivid, too. Pull a thread here and you'll find it's attached to the rest of the world.
Shows how actions ripple outwards.
And going further back, Marcus Aurelius, Diego Lujan highlighted his understanding of unity.
That which is not good for the swarm, neither is it good for the bee.
It speaks directly to that interdependence. The health of the whole and the part are linked.
Lavinie Bush offers a more personal take.
In this magical tapestry, threads of myself are intrinsically woven within the seams of all else. A beautiful sentiment.
Almost mystical. And Aristotle, too, finding something of the marvelous in all nature.
He sensed that underlying connection.
Then there's Thich Nhat Hanh's concept, inner being.
A powerful idea. Everything relies on everything else to manifest. Stars, clouds, flowers, us.
He says, you are in everything, and everything is in you.
Like a wave in the ocean, distinct but inseparable.
Diego Lujan also brought up Native American traditions.
Yes, their long-held emphasis on living in harmony with nature, seeing ourselves as part of that greater whole.
So given this fundamental interconnectedness, what are the consequences when we ignore it?
Buddhism speaks of the lesser self.
Dominated by ego, focusing only on ourselves.
Correct. And that naturally breeds isolation, mistrust, discrimination. It fragments society.
Discrimination from this view isn't just unjust.
It's seen as a violation of life's very fabric, its sanctity.
And when we cling to differences of ethnicity, nationality,
we create these artificial divides. It weakens societies, damages relationships, makes them fragile.
But the flip side is recognizing this connection.
Which cultivates the greater self in Buddhist thought.
The self that embraces interconnectedness.
Yes, the self moved by compassion, wisdom, courage, seeking to relieve suffering, enhance collective happiness, taking responsibility beyond just ourselves.
And the YouTube video mentioned how this understanding naturally leads to compassion.
For others, and importantly for ourselves too, Recognizing our well-being is tied to everyone else's.
The practical takeaway seems huge. If you truly get this,
Harming others, harming the environment, it becomes completely illogical.
like punching yourself in the face, as the video put it, or drinking poison,
It just makes no sense when you see yourself as part of the whole.
and it helps us see beyond limiting labels, the roles we play.
We realize we're much more than those categories.
How do we move this from an intellectual idea to something we actually feel?
That's where the concept of transcendence comes in from our notes.
Described as a felt experience, being part of something larger.
Exactly. Moving from belief to direct spiritual experience. It's often linked with feelings of hope, surrender, well-being.
And there are tangible benefits for the brain and body.
Yes, it seems to help shift away from fear responses. It enables social bonding, self-awareness, calm, clarity, trust.
Some research even suggests links to helping with cravings or trauma recovery.
Fascinating potential. And there are ways to cultivate this daily,
Simple practices.
like visualizing unity, imagining those connections.
Or spending time in nature, connecting with its rhythms.
Definitely. And even micro moments, a genuine smile exchanged, truly listening to someone.
The notes mention the neuroscience of group activities too,
Synchronized activities, chanting, dancing, singing together,
activating mirror neurons.
boosting empathy, understanding others, building trust and cooperation, creates a real felt sense of belonging.
But even solo time in nature can help train the brain.
Yes, to recognize that interconnection, it doesn't require formal practice necessarily.
Intention and attention in everyday life can open that door.
Which brings us to thinking about the future. Immanuel Kant's words feel relevant.
For peace to reign on Earth, humans must evolve into new beings who have learned to see the whole first, a high bar.
But perhaps achievable through inner change, like the Buddhist idea of human revolution.
Personal transformation through compassion, wisdom, courage.
And as we change inwardly, we start seeing the potential, the Buddha nature, in others too.
Understanding that true happiness can't be built on anyone else's suffering.
Dialogue becomes crucial here.
For restoring respect, recognizing dignity.
Yes, and for confronting our biases, transforming relationships. Without dialogue, people can become rigid, dogmatic.
This leads towards global citizenship.
Rooted in wisdom, seeing the connections, courage, accepting differences, and compassion, caring for distant others.
Global citizens as modern bodhisattvas, working for the good of all.
It paints a picture for a possible future, doesn't it? A vision for the 21st century, the century of life.
Centered on happiness and protecting life.
Requiring that collective awakening to the greater interconnected self for real peace.
That's a lot to take in. Rumi's quote comes to mind.
You are not a drop in the ocean, you are the entire ocean in a drop. Beautifully put.
Alan Watts also suggested our common sense has been conditioned,
Rigged, he said, to make us feel separate.
when fundamentally we're continuous with the universe, like our fingernails are part of us.
It's a radical shift in perspective.
So perhaps the final thought for everyone listening is this. Consider how deliberately shifting your viewpoint from separation towards interconnection might change things for you.
Your daily actions, your relationships, how you see your place in the world.
What new possibilities for empathy, for responsibility, for well-being might open up as you explore that deeper connection?